How's that work? This is exactly what we practice, huh? All right, today we're talking about concealed carry practice on a budget. We're talking about real cheap. How cheap? 10 bucks. Today's drills, 10 bucks, 25 rounds, some paper plates, maybe just a marker if you've got it, if you need it, and a couple staples, but it doesn't really get much cheaper in this. I think it's real important to consistently practice your concealed carry so everybody can afford 10 bucks. I'm gonna go through a series of drills today. You can fast forward if you think these are too basic. If you want to stay and practice these or practice all 25 rounds on just one of these drills, you certainly can. All of these are important. We're going to start slow and move fast, okay? I think it's very, very important. A lot of people just want to pull out and see how fast they can shoot. You really have to go through the fundamentals of shooting to get better, all right? So let's go. First drill today, we're going to be stepping back at about 7 yards from our target. I've got a couple of paper plates up, and first things first, just form. Want to make sure I'm a right-handed shooter, so I like to encourage people to get your chest centered up. There's a lot of history here where police officers were getting shot from the side because they were teaching them to put their shoulder out, and then you have your plate in the front. And so what we're looking at is having chest forward, but you can have your feet back. So my right foot will be a little bit back. Now this is just a good position I want to get used to, kind of knees slightly flexed, a little bit of lean forward. Just an encouragement too, when you're out here practicing concealed carry, is to wear clothes that you typically would concealed carry. So, you know, this is just kind of a standard hoodie. And then I appendix carry. I've been largely appendix carrying recently. So I'm shooting a P365 today in a Versa carry. This holster I have here is got a leather backing, which I like on my skin. I actually rarely wear an undershirt, and a belt clip. So first drill today, I want you to load a magazine, but don't load one into the chamber, okay? And what we're gonna do is just very simply, I want you to practice slow motion drawing. So I want you to do this 5 times, and I want you to get faster every time, okay? So here we go. So a couple things on your draw that are going to be important. One is just to perch on the grip when you get it, and this is what we're really practicing with this concealed carry practice, is because it's hard. It's a lot easier when you've got a side holster. It's relatively difficult to get your shirt out of the way and then draw. I can actually use my thumb to push my thumb up to draw out. And then remember, we're not drawing, we're not swinging, we're not extending and drawing out. We're drawing up into our vision, and then we're pressing, okay? And we're just going to get a little faster. A little faster, and then one more time. And one more thing I want you to think about this time is when you're pressing out. I also, as you start to press, I want you to think about rotating your elbows up. That's going to help you get a lot more pressure on the pistol. Okay, I'm going to recoil. That was probably the fastest. Okay, so we're just, and you can do that again. Practice real slow. Just get that form down. Get comfortable. Press. Okay, so we're not even using any ammo here. This drill you can practice at home. Just 5 in a row, get faster every time. Make sure that that dot is on target. One last one here. Okay, good. Next, what we're gonna practice is shot recoil management. We're gonna do this, we've got our magazine, we're gonna put one in the chamber, and then we're gonna pull the magazine out. We're going to shoot one, and then we're going to have one follow-up shot, okay? So it's going to look something like this. So I'm currently empty. I'm going to load one. And then careful, this is really good trigger management. Keep your finger off the trigger. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to drop that magazine. I don't have, in this appendix, I don't have a place for a magazine, so I'm just putting it in my pocket for now. All right, so we're gonna do this faster every time. So again, we're gonna start pretty slow. I'm just picking out one of my plates here. We're gonna go slow, we're gonna shoot, and then we're gonna do a follow-up shot on an empty. And what I don't wanna see is a lot of recoil or a lot of anticipation, okay? So a lot of people lean in and they anticipate the shot. We really wanna get used to being really consistent, no anticipation. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to load one. Now, the difficult part a little bit, I will admit, with concealed carry is that if you're, so this is the P365 normal, this is not the X, and so when I lose my magazine, I lose my pinky grip. So this will be different for whatever firearm that you're carrying. So We're gonna rack one. Okay, we're gonna drop the magazine. I'm gonna practice again. A little faster this time. Get on target. I had a lot of anticipation that time. Try again, that's 2. Little press check there. Getting a little faster each time. No, that was terrible. And that's what happens, that's why we practice this, you get hung up. Last one. This one hopefully is our fastest and best draw yet. Didn't like that at all. And just something as you're practicing these concealed carry draws, if it doesn't feel right, if you don't get a good perch, and I'm struggling a little bit because I don't have that pinky on the bottom of my, on my handle, but don't shoot, okay? Just relax. We don't want anybody to get hurt. We're just out here practicing slow and then fast. What I felt was really good about that last one was no anticipation on that second shot. Okay, there's our first, well, really our second drill, right? So first drill is just simply getting used to that. Press out, and actually if you wanted to add even one more layer, you could go just from right here. Just kind of get your stance, get your grip, feel good about it, and then just practice that press. You want to keep your eyes on the target. That front sight comes into view, and then remember we're kind of rolling, we're pressing our elbows out to really put a lot of pressure on the pistol. So you could practice this as well. And we're practicing nothing in the chamber, the draw. So much better with the extension on that. Okay. And then number 3 is drop the magazine, take a shot, and then a follow-up shot. All right, let's move on to the next. All right, now that we've practiced a shot and a follow-up shot, and we're trying to reduce the anticipation, we want to keep our muzzle flat. Now I want you to do a double shot. Okay, so it's going to take 6 to 10 shots, depending on how many times you want to redo this. And so again, we're practicing a full draw. We're starting slow, getting faster every time. And again, really want to focus on the fundamentals up. And then I want you to put 2 into the dinner plate. And when it comes to concealed carry, if you can put follow-up shots into a dinner plate at 7 yards, that's exactly where you need to be. Okay, so remember, we're going to start slow. Oh, let's make sure we got one loaded. And then we're just gonna start a little slow, make sure we get a good press. And that first one's gonna come off kind of as you're pressing, and then make sure you get on target again and let that second one go, okay? All right, both those were on target, but a little sloppy. I didn't like the grip there. Let's try again. That's why we practice. How's that work? This is exactly why we practice, huh? There we go, that's the one I wanted. All right, for one of the last drills, I want to practice putting space between you and the enemy. And just be careful when you're doing this drill. I don't have anybody around here at the range, and I'm kind of, this setup works. Just make sure your setup works before this. But what I want you to practice doing is a two-handed push, okay? And then put some space, so you're gonna take a step back, so push, take a step back, and then draw and fire, okay? And again, make sure you got kind of ear and eye protection. You're shooting close. I wouldn't do this with steel this close, okay? We're just shooting dinner plates, having some fun. Okay, so it's gonna look something like this. One more thing I'll mention really quick, if you caught that last one, is that this mag does not hold open on empty. That's not good. There's a couple more things I wanted to introduce to you in this video. I've got some dummy rounds that I really like to do to practice tap and rack. That's a little bit more involved, and so let's do that for round 2, let's say. But another thing is too, if you're shooting different mags, to shoot all the mags until empty and see if you get a hold open, which I didn't. So obviously I have some work to do here. All right, thanks for hanging with me today for some concealed carry pistol work. I really prefer to do frequent, cheap pistol trainings. Why is that? We forget, we need to just get that rote memory going. So as frequently as you can, drop 10 bucks, take 25 shells out to the range and do this. Start slow. Remember, you can do some of this at home. You can do some of this just target acquisition at home. Start slow, go fast, come out to the range, add some rounds to it. It's really going to help improve your confidence if you were to ever get into a situation, which is the key. All right, stay safe out there. Peace. I've got the 17 round extended Sig Mag here. Again, I'm just out here, a little bonus for you, but I'm just doing some more training. What I'm doing here is just practicing my hold opens on my mags since that last one had an issue. Press check there, make sure everything's good. And I'm just doing some single concealed draws. So I didn't get a hold open there. I'm going to do a review on this P365, but I'm going to have to garnish some video here because that mag did it the first time, but not this time. Let's try it again, I guess. I thought it was just a mag, but if it's every mag, then I've got bigger issues. Again, no hold open. So, guess that's going back to SIG.